Attention all business owners. Are you tired of managing your finances and taxes on your own? Let the experts at 1-800-TAX-MASTERS help. Our team of experienced professionals offers a range of services to help you keep your finances in order, from personal and business tax returns to monthly accounting, quarterly and annual tax planning, and virtual controller and CFO services. With our virtual services, you can get the support you need without ever having to leave your office. Don't let taxes and finances stress you out any longer. Visit www.1800taxmasters.com today and let us handle the numbers so you can focus on growing your business. And welcome to another live episode of Stuck in My Mind podcast. I am your host, WIZE, and I have a very special guest on today. What can I say? She holds many titles. She's an author, a coach, a personal branding specialist. I'm so excited to have her on the show so she could talk about what she does best. Welcome to the show, Danielle Martins. Hello.
Hello, Will. Thank you so much for the warm introduction, and thank you for having me here.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine. So how are you doing on this beautiful day, this Women's International Day? So I'm excited to have you on.
I have worked a lot, and for me, I am based in Portugal. It's already 10 p.m.
Oh,
My
it's 10.
day.
Oh, wow. Yeah, your day
My
is
day
almost over.
ending.
But thank you for being on so late. I know it's like you said, it's 10 p.m. where you're at. Thank you for being on the show. I greatly appreciate it. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, what is a brand?
Well, in the past, it was created to differentiate products and services. In the Middle Ages, it was created to differentiate the cattle. You understand? They used it to mark the cattle with
Yes.
hot iron to differentiate the property of the cattle. However, during the industrial era, it evolved to differentiate products and services that were on demand of that period of history, and during this time it was only really about having a logo or a term or a design that could differentiate what you offered in the market. However, it evolved, and today it's more holistic, and more than a symbol, more than a term, more than a design. Today it's the intangible, recognizable feeling that people have about products or services. For example, when someone goes and buy a Rolex watch, you understand? It's not to see the time, you understand? Because to see what hours it is, you could just spend a couple of bucks and have a very reliable watch in your arm, okay? But why do people go buy the Rolex watch? Because they want that reputation, the power, the byproduct of owning a Rolex watch, if that makes sense to you. So, as I told you, it evolved during the times to be more about the emotion, the emotion that people buy through that product or service.
Okay, yeah, I definitely should understand what you're talking about because growing up in the 80s, you had a lot of brands that had some catchy sayings. Wendy's at one point had "Where's the beef?" That's one of the catchphrases I remember growing up, and now it's evolved now to where people are brand now, personal brands. What about that? What is a personal brand?
You know, in a simple way to put it, it's the mark you leave in people's minds and hearts. It's how you are positioned in their minds through the signals you transmit, because everything in ourselves communicates something. And we say that every single human being already have a personal brand. The difference is that not everyone is aware of it, so not everyone consciously manage those signals so they can be perceived as accurate as possible according to their personal and professional goals. Because, for example, if I ask to you, you don't need to say names, okay? But think of a person who you think is a great leader. No need to say the name for me, but a name popped up in your mind, right?
Yes.
Now, think of another person who likes to gossip, to distill poison and is a disgusting person. Someone's name popped up in your mind.
Yes.
Think of someone who likes to do charity. It's his or her life. This person adores to help. He's the true caregiver. A name popped up in your mind. Why those names popped up in your mind? Because this is how you perceive them. For the good or for the bad, you have an external perception of who they are. This is what we call their personal brands, because this is the way they are positioned in your mind. They have a flag in your heart, and that's their reflection of who they are. But in terms of personal brand, in terms of doing this consciously, is exactly that's why we use the term personal branding with the ing, which is nothing more than the process of consciously become aware of this mark you leave in people's minds and heart, and managing it intentionally, so you can achieve your personal professional goals.
So what's the misconception of personal branding?
These days that information is very democratic, is the first one and most common is that a logo is your personal brand. A logo, as I explained before, it's not a brand, it's just a representation of a company these days, or a person. So if I hire a designer and say, design me something beautiful, and then I go to social media and say, look here, this is my brand. No, this is not a brand. This is just a representation of your personal brand, okay? And people doesn't even aware that when you hire someone to design a logo for your personal brand, they should before have done the personal branding process. Why? Because a logo can never be designed just because it's beautiful like this. But is the style representing the niche you want to attract? Are the colors speaking to the audience you want to retain? When I say retain, I'm saying offline and online, because you are the human being. You cannot exist only in the online arena. You exist offline and online. So all your interactions need to be in tune. You understand? Be it in the real world or the digital world. So regarding to the business you want to be in, is that logo that was designed without any previous research on yourself, on your product or service or company, the target, is it representing well the solution you as a person bring to the market? You understand? So this is very deep, it's not only having a logo. Another misconception is that, okay, I want you to come here, I want you to make me famous. Okay, there will be people who will want to be famous. But what I say all the time, do you prefer be famous and not influent, or do you prefer to have great influence with the people you know? Because the ultimate goal of branding, personal or corporate brands, is to build trust with their target niche, right? So being famous is not always a synonym of being influential. So the personal branding process helps people to manage the contacts and their communication in a way that they can achieve higher influence over the target that they want to retain. Another misconception that people have is that, oh, I don't want this, I don't want to create a fake version of myself, I am not an influencer, I don't want to take photos of myself in my cat. And I say, it's not personal branding. You understand? Personal branding is far away, far away from creating a fake version of yourself. It's rather, once again, about managing your brand so you are perceived for the right values, for what you want to be perceived. Okay? One last one, just to wrap up here. For example, people have that illusion that they have to attach their image to a certain company. You understand? For example, I am Maria from company ABC. Okay, but if that company ABC one day, closes, bankrupt, or go out of the market, who is Maria now? You understand?
Yeah.
So you need to put yourself on the top of the umbrella, not on a pedestal, but on the top of the umbrella, in which your value as a human being, as a person, as a professional, is not linked to anything else, because you are the one who adds value, not the other way around. That's why, for example, if Jeff Bezos, I'm not talking about liking him or disliking him, just let's pick up only the example of his entrepreneurial skills.
Yes.
If he would materialize here and say, Will, come here, I would like to make business with you, you would go, because you know that the mind behind Amazon is himself. And you know that Amazon is not his only company in the world. He has tons of other companies, like Richard Branson, for example. He has over 400 companies, something like this. But you know the guy is the guy. If you would materialize here and say, hi, Danielle, come do business with me, I would, it's now. Why? Because I trust that person. I trust that brain, that mind behind the business. So the value is not in, confined to the companies, but in the person. That's the superpower.
Yeah. And that's something that as an influencer you get to learn, is that the products don't add value to who you are. You add the value to the product. You are the one who the people are, say, like, for example, my audience members, I promote a product. They're not going for the product. They're not going because of the product specifically. They're going after it because I recommend someone who they feel comfortable taking the recommendation from, someone that they trust. Like, oh, why is this using this? Maybe I should try it out, because he's a great dude. He's trying it out. Let me do this. And that's where a lot of people fail to realize that you don't make the brand. I mean, the brand doesn't make you. You make the brand. You as the influencer, you as the person who is bringing in the people to purchase a program or purchase a book, whatever it is that you're promoting. You need to understand that it's your influence. It's not because of the product.
Exactly. And many people can experience this easily in their daily lives. For example, imagine a supplier that you like, I don't know, for example, your office supplier. The company sells you paper and staples and this and that, but at the end of the day, you like the person who is making the business between you and the products that you are buying. Perhaps chances are that if that person moves to another supplier, you go with that person. Why? Because you like, you trust, because when this person recommends something and it's true, you confirm again. Their truthness with what they do. So it's always about the trust. That's why I told you in the beginning that building trust is the ultimate goal of any corporate or personal brand. There is no other way.
How can a personal brand impact the growth of your own personal business?
By those kinds of interactions that we just spoke about, because when you build trust with the people you work with, and we are not talking about only the sales process, because business don't survive only because of sales. It survives because sales, collaborations, because of admiration. But when people trust in yourself, okay, they will trust that what you are recommending them, what you are selling to them, it's valuable. You understand? Once again, coming back to Jeff Bezos, to Richard Branson, they are the people. If they come here and say, hi, this is good, I think you should try, why not? Because they are not playing with the being serious about what they say and what they do. They are serious. Why? Because this is, at the end of the day, reputation. If you come here and recommend something that is not good just for the sake of making the sale, the other person may buy this time but not next time. You understand? And your name becomes synonymous with low reputation. You understand? Low influence, and we don't want this to happen.
No, absolutely not. You definitely don't. You're also an author. What's the title of your book?
My book is not about personal brand, not branding. It was launched about 4 to 5 years ago. But as I work a lot with authors, okay, it's a representation of how your book can introduce you to the world. Because, for example, the story behind the book, why it was created. By the time we thought about the book, I worked as a transformational mentor. Okay, I was in the personal development work, and I had my co-author, me and my co-author. We come from very, very different career paths. I was in the personal development world, and she in the media world. She trained people to be in the media. She used it to host a radio show. You understand? And we noticed that between our clients, very different paths, very different businesses, but they all seem to get stuck by the same things, which was limiting beliefs. I'm not worthy enough for this. I am afraid of this. I don't think I can do this. So we come together, and why not to write a book on the principles of personal development to help people to change those limiting beliefs, so they build a stronger confidence in themselves. You understand? And we came up with the idea of the book. However, I have been in the marketing and branding industry for big corporations since 1998. Long time now. And and she being someone in the media world, we knew that it's not only about coming here, launch a book, and everything is done. No, the book is like, quote unquote, your business card. The book is a tool to sell you, not the other way around. So we knew that we needed to work on our personal brands, okay, individual personal brands. So when the book would come out, we would use the book to show up ourselves to the world as professionals. You understand? Yeah. So following this, the book was a success. It fulfilled the purpose that we wanted it to fulfill. You understand? And today I use the book example to show that the book can be a powerful tool to introduce you to people. You understand? To help you get increased credibility and increase the reputation, and to sell yourself better than if you didn't have one. Do you have to have a book to have a powerful personal brand? Not at all. So that, by the time, as I told you, I was a transformational mentor, but then in time, I came back to my essence, which is branding and marketing, which is really what I really, really like doing. You understand? But I use the experience of the book to create the same ripple effects for my clients who are also to be authors in the market, or the ones who have published the book and want to make it more of a tool to sell themselves in the market.
Okay. All right. What advice do you give someone who's looking to start their business and grow their own personal brand?
You know, first of all, most of the times today, because once again, communication has been so democratic, people try to do everything on their own, and most of the time not understanding anything about what they are doing. So, my first advice is don't do it yourself with your career. You understand? Because a professional, a reputable professional, this person knows what needs to be done in terms of, let's talk, coming back for the personal brand, knows what needs to be done for you to position yourself in the marketing the right way, have the right messaging, you understand, adequate the person's products or services to the right target audience. There it's so complex, very different from coming here. Oh, I want to sell this or that. Designer, please make a logo for me. Now I have a personal brand. No, this is not this. Personal branding is a serious process that goes down very deep in studying the person, studying the products and stuff, and merging the two worlds in a way that when you come here and present yourself, you are perceived as the solution the market needs. You understand? So it's very serious, very serious process. Another device that I like very much to say, to give people, of course, it values what it values, okay, but promise less and deliver more, because with the internet people like to promise lots of things, but when you are going to see the delivery, they are not in harmony. You
Yeah.
understand? So this is your reputation, this is your name out there. You understand? This is how people are experiencing you. So promise less, deliver more is another one great, wise knowledge that I have learned over time that I like to give people.
And that's one of the reasons I started my podcast, is to be able to help people, enlighten them, share knowledge with them, have people come on, share their knowledge, share what they know about business or coaching or whatever it is, because a lot of people out there don't know, struggle with that part of it, struggle with the marketing, the branding, because they don't know where to begin. A lot of people, they don't know that they need to get professional help as
Exactly.
far as branding. It's just not something that they know about. This is not something that a lot of people who start a business coming from a 9 to 5 don't really know what it is to be an entrepreneur. They don't know what it is, what it entails running your own business.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, most of people do this to save money. But you know what? What is the point of you spending
But
so much time and efforts and money try to do something you know
yourself.
nothing about?
Hmm.
The time will pass the same. Your money will be wasted the same. So why not to get started? Right at the beginning.
Absolutely right. Yeah. Why not invest in something that, or in someone that you, like me, I don't know everything. So I know that I need, there's certain things I need help with. So when
Exactly.
I need help with certain things, I reach out and seek that help. Like, I am not a branding marketing specialist. That's not what I do. But I can speak to someone like you, have them come on come on the show, share their knowledge, and learn things that way as well. And then if that person piques my interest, I'll if they have a course or something, or if they have a book, I'll go purchase the book, take the course. But that's because I personally want to grow and develop.
Exactly. And this is the this is a very important step because you know most of the time also when you try to do something that you know nothing about, you are risking losing opportunities, people that may come in contact with you and not perceiving you the best way they could if you were doing things right. So it's always a good idea to ponder things and try to do, because even if the person don't have all the means, all the resource that they need, the conditions to do everything right from the beginning, but at least with what they can. For example, as you told, you are not you don't know everything, I don't know everything too. For example, if I have to do something, some upgrade in my website, I need to hire the IT guy.
Mhm.
I'm not a programmer. You
Yeah.
understand? It doesn't make sense for me to spend so much time and effort trying to do something I know nothing about, and at the end I am stealing time from myself to work on what I am really strong at. So it's all about choices.
Awesome. Awesome. Um, this this has been great. I appreciate you coming to spend this time with me. I know it's late where you're at.
No problem.
But I really do greatly appreciate it because it's something that people need to learn about. Again, if anyone who's interested in seek the help. Don't try to do it yourself. I know I'm not a brand. That's why I have someone on my team that their specialty is marketing. They know how to market. They know what websites use, whatever it is tools they need to use. That's what they know how to do. Me, I'm audio guy, video guy. I'm the tech guy. So those are things that interest me. Those are things that I love to do. So those are things I can speak on. Those are things I can teach people about. But branding, not a clue, no idea. So that's
I'm
why
happy to help.
no, that's why I have my partner Brandy. She's the one who does all that. She works on all that. But you have to know what you're capable of. And if that's not your strong suit, then yeah, go get a personal branding specialist, whatever it is, a branding strategist, whoever that might be able to help you with what you don't know.
Is a great advice.
Yes. But Danielle, I don't want to keep you for too much long. I know it's late, but it is
You
time.
are a great host.
But now it is time for you. You get the solo layout. You get to promote, plug, let everybody know where they can find you, where they can find your book, where if they want to reach you to hire you, let them know.
Thank you, Will. So I would like to highlight here that I'm going to be launching my first ever group mentoring course on personal branding. Okay, so I people who are entrepreneurs, okay, and authors too can build their brands, okay, and achieve sustainable success, as I like to say. Okay, if the release date I'm going to be say announcing soon, but meanwhile you can scan this symbol, this QR code here, and get join the wait list. And of course I'm giving back an ebook, okay, talking about demystifying the concepts of personal branding. Most of some things we have covered here, but there are more in-depth concepts there. And also I'm giving 3 tools that help people get started, okay, all in the free ebook. You just need to scan the QR
Yeah.
code here, and in the right timing, I'm going to be announced the release date of the course. Okay. Where to find me? My website is www.daniellemartins.com. Okay. On social media, in Facebook, Instagram, Danielle Martins Official. Twitter, I don't really use Twitter, but if you want to find me there, Real Dani Martins, okay? My book, as I told you, is not about personal branding, but if you like personal development, it's available on Amazon, Rising Up from Mental Slavery, How to Unleash Your Infinite Potential.
All right. Thank you so much, Danielle, for coming through. I greatly appreciate you staying up late to actually be a part of the show. I greatly do appreciate it. Um, don't leave just yet. I would like to chat with you a little bit off the air, but let me just close out the show and we'll chat a little bit in a little bit.
Awesome. Thank you so much again. It was a real pleasure to be here. You are a great host.
Thank you for being on the show. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so now it is time for shout outs. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. I don't know who the Facebook user is. It's probably Obimi or Corrado or somebody. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Shout out to my Real Wise fam, Poppy J, Brandy J. Love you guys. Big shout out to the boss lady, Fina. Appreciate you and love you, baby. Big shout out to my guest, Danielle Martins, for coming through and staying up late to be a part of the show. I greatly appreciate it. And as always, a big shout out to all the essential workers out there. God bless y'all. Be safe. You know your boy Wise does it. Peace out.